First Sunday in the month, we going live on YouTube with Linzi and Mark, 5 p.m. See you soon. Answer your questions, share some of ours. Got some big news coming out of this world with drinks in hand. Let's cruise and dance. Raise your glass. Welcome to the sweet life with cocktails and laughs. Sit back, relax in our cruise chat. Welcome to.
Welcome, everybody. You thought you'd dress up today?
I thought I'd make an effort.
Yeah, why not? We'll probably get into that shortly why we're dressed like this then.
I think we need to give it some context.
Yeah, maybe it's a clue to the next cruise.
It might. I hope it is.
Well, before we do that, shall we have a quick drink?
Do we not need to test that we're good?
Oh, yeah, if you can just let us know that you can hear and see us, that will be absolutely fantastic. And in the meantime, we will have a taste of our cocktail,
Ooh.
which we've gone with an 80s classic today for some reason. I don't know why, which is the Blue Lagoon.
Oh, blooming egg.
Cheers.
Sorry, blooming egg.
Cheers, everyone.
How did cocktails ever take off?
I'm not entirely sure.
Oh,
What do you think? Because you have a history of not liking
blue
blue
drinks.
cocktails.
I'm head to foot in nylon, so I'm hoping this will help. Oh,
Well,
I don't know if I like it.
it's cold. Gil and Sandra have said that they can hear and see us fine.
Yeah.
So, hi, everyone.
Can I take these off now?
You can take the glasses off now if you want to.
Oh.
So I'll take mine off as well.
No, well, you can do. Wow.
Is that better again?
Kinda.
Do you want to put them back on?
No.
So, yeah, we'll come on to what our next cruise is, because we're doing that this week
Yes.
in a couple of minutes. So should we just say hi to some people in the chat?
Yes. Yes. That's right,
while
yeah.
we have a drink and give a chance for people to go in.
Mhm.
We hope some of you caught the little new tune at the start. If you're just joining now, you may have missed that, but go back and watch at the end for the trailer. It's fun. It's a very 80s
Yes.
inspired Suitenatured one. Song, yes.
Mhm.
Joe was very first in,
Mhm.
who's just got back from
Hi, Joe.
his
Oh, virtuoso.
Virtuoso duplex cruise.
Nice.
I've been checking out his video on that. He says, making a virgin mojito to watch with right now.
Nice.
Let's hope I remember to put the lid on the
Yes,
blender
do
this
that.
time.
Do that. Let's not get wet.
No. And then we had, because they said they could hear us, we've got Gil and Sandra in.
Hi, Gil and Sandra.
We have got Preston.
Hi, Preston.
We've got some Canadian representatives in. With
Hi.
Scott from Canada.
Hi, Scott in Canada.
I'm going to have a quick drink there.
Have a quick drink. Look. It's so blue. So blue.
My tongue's going to... No, it's not blue yet. I'm fairly sure it will be by the end of it.
Don't do that.
We've got Maria in.
Hi, Maria.
And I think it's Tony's birthday today, isn't it? If it is, happy birthday. If it was yesterday, Tony, sorry, happy birthday for yesterday. But I'm fairly sure it's
happy
today.
birthday.
I'm sure we saw
Happy
Maria
birthday,
say
Tony.
something earlier.
Mm-hmm.
John, always away, saying hi as well.
Hi, John, always away.
And we've got Keith in as well. He's on the M1 heading back from Derby from a day trip to Kew Gardens.
Oh, lovely Kew Gardens. I'd like to go to Kew Gardens.
Have we never been to Kew Gardens?
No.
We probably should go to Kew Gardens at some point.
I have a contact.
You have a contact at Kew Gardens?
Mm-hmm.
That seems a random place to have a contact.
I've got contacts everywhere.
So does that mean we can get discounted tickets to get into Kew Gardens?
I can probably get discounted tickets.
Well, that don't work well for me.
I'm sorry.
So-
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, that'd be good. Well, we'll just give it maybe 2 minutes and then sort of tell everyone
Why was
what the
that
cruise
like
is.
this?
Yeah. Why you're dressed up from the 80s, which you are taking that with you on the cruise.
I am taking it on with the cruise.
And it'll be very interesting.
I
But
don't know if I can cope, to be honest with you, because I forgot. Oh,
Did you forget how uncomfortable the 80s were?
just all the nylon.
I don't think people can appreciate the... Do you want to just stand up a second and show the
I
dress?
do not. No, I do not. No, I do not.
How would you describe the dress element of the outfit?
Nylon.
Is it
It's very... There's a lot of
It's a pink...
rah-rah number going on.
Okay. Well, shall we... I don't want to drag it out because people might ask us some questions about it as well. Obviously, if you've got any questions at all, if you can just start that with a question, that would be absolutely fantastic.
I'm worried people think this is what we just decided to wear.
Just for today's one?
Just feel like not realising that we're so out of time. Like this is modern. like
This is what we now wear. Would it not be back in fashion again?
I don't think...
Are 80s back in again now, or have we missed it?
Not all of it. Certain elements, but not all of it.
So not the era that you're currently dressed as at the moment?
I've got to say, I feel a bit of a sat here. More blue drinks. That'll do it.
We just had the Cruise Life join as well. So afternoon.
Hi, it's a Cruise Life. Hi.
Yeah, the next cruise that we're going on, as you may suspect already, is that
a themed cruise?
It is. We've wanted to do a themed cruise for a long time. We've done cruise casts about the themed cruises.
We have.
And it's been on our list for a long time. And we'd been looking, as we've talked about on the previous live streams, as to what we were going to be doing this July.
Yeah.
And looked at all sorts of cruises.
Yes, we did.
We came very, very close to going on a princess cruise.
On the Majestic Princess. And then Paul and Carol said, we're booking, it's our group cruise. So I went, oh.
For next year's one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, that one, why we didn't do it.
I wanted to do that one.
Oh, you mean theirs?
I didn't want to do theirs. I wanted to do the one that I was looking at.
Yeah. Because it just had a massive refurbishment.
No disrespect to Paul and Carol.
No, none at all.
I just...
and we'd have had to wait a year for that. This one would have been this month. But that would have been nice to see the new one, but it didn't quite fit for what we're trying to do. So, the cruise that we are doing...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
We also were nearly tempted to go on the Virgin one...
From Lisbon.
Which is there's quite a few people who are in the chat right now who are on that.
Yeah.
And it's part of their food and drink festival as well.
I would have liked that one as well.
So that was high up on there. It's their celebration party. You could have probably worn what you're wearing for at least the VHS workout bit.
I could have worn it for that. That's true. I could have worn it for that.
Got away with that element to it.
Yes.
But the one that we're going on is, do you want to say?
Prepare yourself. We're going out of the UK.
We are and it's a predominantly UK British Isles cruise.
Apart from when we go to Amsterdam.
Apart from that one day.
And we are going out of the UK. It takes us 4 hours to get to the port.
Where we're going. We're not going out of Southampton.
And 1 hour to get home.
Yeah, we'll go in and out of different ports.
In and out.
I know. And we're going on?
Ambassador Ambitions 40th anniversary Live Aid 80s cruise with all the tribute acts.
Yeah. Gil and Sandra just said, have you got neon pink leg warmers to go with this?
Yes, I do, Gil and Sandra. I didn't put them on because I'm warm enough as it is, and I can't imagine how wet I would be by the end of it. So I've kept those, and I've got the fingerless gloves as well, but I've not put them on again because I do not want to get. No, it was the heat. I just didn't want to.
So yeah, the one that we're doing, it's our first time on
Ambassador.
We've never cruised with them before.
No.
It's going out of Bristol.
Yes.
We've never cruised out of Bristol before.
No.
Because Cruise Life just said, is it out of Tilbury?
No, it's out of Bristol.
It's out of Bristol, which I didn't appreciate until we were looking at it, that when you go out of Bristol, you go out through a little canal.
That sounds
like
good.
A little mini Panama. You have to wait for the tide to come up and then it can go out.
Yeah.
And then it comes back in 6 nights later.
In Newcastle,
which is fantastic because for us to get home.
About an hour.
Yeah, it don't take long at all. So it's a nice short journey.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's probably the first time that we haven't taken a car with us for at least part of the journey when we've gone on a cruise.
Not out of the UK. We've not for when we've been.
No, but we would have taken that to the airport when we've flown away.
Yeah, but I guess it's a new thing.
It's a new thing where we've got the train in both directions.
Mm-hmm.
So fingers crossed that the trains work. If not, we will be driving to Bristol and then figuring out how to get the car back.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping we can go on the train because the little Sainsbury's in York Station has got, I think it's like 3 tins of rosé for about £6.50. I didn't think that were bad.
What? So you're planning on getting 3 tins of rosé?
To have on the train. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll be interesting.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Is that for us to share or is that each?
No, that's for me. You get...
Are they chilled?
Yeah, they're in the fridge.
Okay.
They've got Pims. They've got ciders.
Are we not just better off going to the supermarket beforehand?
No, because they're in the fridge and they do 3.
Yeah, but we could have them in the fridge here and then just put them in the bag as we set off.
I think they've got a bit of a deal on.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Well, we will find out. So yeah, it's out of Bristol.
Mm-hmm.
We got out of there on the Sunday.
Yes.
So that's a week today. So technically it's next week we go cruising, I guess, as opposed to this week.
Yeah.
But it's 7 days from now. But we go down there next Saturday.
Yes. So we'll go on holiday next Saturday.
Yeah, so we go on holiday this week. And as you said when we were talking about it, it's to celebrate on the day that we set off on the Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's 40 years to the day since Live Aid.
Yes.
And we are old enough to remember watching that live. We weren't there.
No, but I do remember watching it.
I do. Fantastic. Now, as you can imagine, they're not able to get the original artists on because some of them are not with us anymore. But they've got all of the big acts that perform there in sort of tribute form and some original elements of them as well. And a huge amount of other things going on there as well. They haven't revealed everything about it.
No.
We get to do some ports that we've not done before. Bristol obviously being one, but we're setting off from there.
Yeah.
And then we go to Falmouth, which we've never actually
been to Falmouth. No.
In from there, we go over to the Channel Islands.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go over to Amsterdam.
But it's not Amsterdam Port. We're not going to have the
the problem with sort of the canal potential.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're like 45 minutes out from Amsterdam, I think, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
And then Newcastle after that.
Yeah.
So it's a lovely 6-night one, not too long, but also not too short. And for a themed cruise, we thought it was like the perfect length, where if it's all a bit crazy, it's not too long.
No.
But if it's really good, it's not too short.
No.
It's Cruise Life says Bristol and Newcastle are two of the furthest points from us in Essex.
Wow. Well,
they would be, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
They'd have to go all the way across the country for one of them.
Yeah, it takes.
And then all the way back down.
Yep.
So yeah, Bristol's not close for us.
No.
But obviously Newcastle, very, very close. I'm very happy about that one. What would you like to say about the cruise? If you've got any questions about sort of this particular cruise, let us know. But if you've got any other normal questions, just ask away as you would do normally.
What did you?
I said, what have you got to say about a cruise? What's your thoughts on it? What are you excited about?
Well, we've never done Ambassador before.
No, so we've been watching lots of
Ambassador videos.
Yeah.
We've never. We've never done the theme cruise. There's lots of new things that. Also, by the sounds of it, we might have to share a table, and I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see.
Well, no, we shouldn't have to because we're in a suite and it has that different part of it.
We'll see.
I don't think we do. When I was speaking to Justin and Tristan the other night about it, they've said if you're in that one, you have your own little separate restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's not that busy by comparison.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
We will report back on that. We're in one of their suites. The sort of entry level of their suites.
Yes.
They've got 3 suite types. Which I think on a lot of other ships it would be classed as a junior suite.
Yes.
But they look lovely.
Yeah, we'll report back because everyone that's sort of done it in the last 12 months has said it's a real contender against P&O. So this is going to be interesting because we've, of course, got the drinks package. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
I'm wondering if they've got some 80s cocktails. I'm not sure I'm loving the blue. But
they might have some different 80s cocktails.
Yes, I'm hoping so. Otherwise, I'll
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm sort of most interested about, well, obviously it's a theme cruise and it'll be fascinating. The music's going to be great, I'm sure. But trying a brand new cruise line.
Yes.
Because we don't get to try brand new cruise lines that often.
Oh, no, we don't.
We did Windstar previously.
Yeah. We've gone from Windstar to, it's still quite a small ship, Ambassador Ambition. So
Yeah. It's certainly, because the one that we're doing after this.
Massive difference in
we're then on the group cruise in September.
Yes.
Which is on Independence of the Sea, which at one point was one of the biggest ships in the world. So we're working our way back up size, and then we'll probably come back down a little bit again. But it'll be really interesting to sort of try that new cruise line where, as you've said, a lot of people that we've watched and listened to and spoke to about that, including members of our channel, have said how much they absolutely loved it.
Yes.
And that it was a genuine surprise.
Yeah.
And it's one that we'd thought about doing for a while, but just never got round to it. One high on the agenda to do.
No, and they had a lot of long itineraries or very short itineraries, and we were like, well, it's a new cruise line and we're not sure whether we're going to like it. Still not sure. So we will report back and we will.
Based on what we've seen of other people, it does look fantastic. As you said, a lot of people have said that that's now their preferred one of that
over
one
P&O,
over P&O,
which
so
is
that's a it's a big comment. We can't say we say that yet, but it'll be definitely interesting there.
Yeah.
Gil and Sandra had said, "What type of cabin have you got?" But they may have put that in before we'd said, but it's a suite.
Yes.
I can't remember what type of suite it's
entry
called,
level.
But yeah, it is the entry level.
Entry level suite. So we've got a balcony.
We have. And you get the concierge services where they get in touch with you before
we've had that,
to get in touch, and we've got our own little restaurant and bits and pieces.
So we'll report. And that was a very similar price, the balcony on that, to just a regular balcony on P&O that was going out to
I think,
11.
I think it was pretty much the same price for a similar number of nights.
Yeah.
On one of their older ships that we've not done before.
Well, even Iona, I think, was similar price. So we'll see. We'll see what happens and whether I burst into flames near.
Yeah, you can't go near a lit candle at any point.
I can't go into any open flames or a hairdryer, I feel, in this. Or even, I've used crimpers today. And
that's not something you normally use.
I'm going to have to condition my hair after this. I really am.
What's it going to be like after 6 nights? I don't think you're expected to stay in costume the whole time.
I can't do it. I can't do it. All I can taste is blue and hairspray.
I mean, to be fair, they haven't said anything on any of the documents that say they're expecting people to get dressed up or anything.
No, that's weird, isn't it?
We're expecting people to get dressed up.
Yeah.
Because it's an 80s themed cruise around Live Aid.
Oh, I'm going to look such a... If that's the case.
No.
But I've got my dress for formal night is quite lacy. I've worn it before. It's on the Apex Eden videos. And you are taking you're channeling Don Johnson and taking a lilac linen jacket for formal night. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. So their formal nights don't seem crazy formal.
No.
But maybe more formal than some of the other ones.
Yeah, and I'll be taking little heels and some slingbacks. So I need you to paint my nails on Thursday.
I can do that for you.
Thank you.
No problem at all. It's because I've just said Ambassador sail out of Tilbury, but we've never felt compelled to sail with them yet. Tilbury's about 30 minutes. So we should
okay.
Try.
We'll give you this. We'll suss it out for you.
Yeah, we haven't spoke to. Have we spoke to anyone who's actually sailed out of Bristol yet?
No, I don't think so.
So I think everyone that we'd spoke to had
Went
been
Tilbury.
out of Tilbury. So it'll be really interesting. The Tilbury bit, we were interested in sailing out of there just
because it's near where our
it's
son
closer
lives.
to where we are. They say our son's sort of close to there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be interesting to go from there. And I suspect that if we sail with Ambassador again in the future,
that's where we'll
probably end up out there.
Well, this is a good
This
is a good test. I mean, I know they said the entertainment's great, but we'll see how it is when it's themed. Say we've never done a themed cruise, so that's what we're going to be reviewing as well.
Yeah, and I'm genuinely really excited for it. Not that I'm not excited for any cruise, but there's so many new elements to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Is it much different in price than other cruise lines?
I would say it's kind of similar price to P&O than it is to Fred Olsen.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Fred Olsen always feels really pricey.
I think they officially class themselves as a premium value line.
Yeah. And the friendliest
read into that
cruise line at sea.
Does it say the friendliest welcome?
I don't know the friendliest. I mean, I got a lot of hugs when we went on Windstar. I got a lot of...
and Virgin's pretty friendly.
And Virgin's very friendly. So
if they're setting that bar at that level...
They must tuck you in.
It said welcome, not nighttime.
Oh.
But yeah, from a price, it's very similar. Certainly for this particular cruise that we're going on as a light for light. I can't comment for every other one because I've not been watching and checking all them. But it's sort of very, very similar to P&O pricing.
Yeah.
We've just had Karen and Stuart join us saying, sorry we're a bit late. We've been watching the Grand Prix.
Who won?
Don't say who won because people might have recorded it and then they'll see in the chat.
Oh, because it started late due to the rain.
Yeah. So we don't know that either yet.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
We'll check it out afterwards. So if you just join us, like Stuart and Karen are, welcome. Stuart and Karen already know who we're cruising out with.
And already know who's won the Grand Prix.
Well, they'll definitely know that bit.
Hi, Tom and Dom.
Tom and Dom have just joined us as well.
We're doing Ambassador Ambition, Tom and Dom. So
out of Bristol.
Out of Bristol. So I think that's like I think you could pop over and see us actually on the Saturday night if you could be bothered.
Are they close to that?
They're in Wales.
Well, Wales is still
the bottom end. I'm sure that's
okay.
Have a think about it.
But yeah, we're really, really excited to be doing that. But for anyone who's just joined, if you have any questions, please just start it with questions so that I can spot that. Michelle has just asked, have you ever departed from Panama? Thoughts on the experience?
Not departed from Panama. It is on the list, but we've not gone up. I'd love to do it.
And we're not going to depart from Panama.
That's not the plan. So
No.
I would. I mean, I'd love it. I would. I'm such a nerd. I would love it.
Would you like to depart from Panama?
I'm guessing.
I've not ever looked at any of the cruise lines that do from that. I would imagine for those that specifically depart from Panama, it's probably some of the smaller, more luxury ones as opposed to the bigger ones.
I imagine. Let's. Oh, I don't know. Tell us more. I just want to put it out there. If you're just joining us, we're going on an 80s theme cruise. This is not the fashion that's just hit York or Yorkshire.
No.
This is
we're not 40 years behind.
We're going on an 80s theme cruise. So just putting it out there, that's what's happening.
That's why we're dressed in the way that we are.
Yeah, I feel because
I think we've only ever dressed up for one other.
We had a formal.
We did a formal live stream ages ago.
Years ago now.
I think just after we've been on our first Cunard cruise.
Might have been.
I don't remember. It's a long while ago.
This blue drink is killing me.
You were the one.
So will you enjoy wave you off?
Yeah. We were originally going to be doing espresso martinis today.
I was like, please don't give me an espresso martini when it's a school night and I've got work tomorrow.
And
I'll be
you
wired.
wanted a more 80s.
I thought it was appropriate that we had an 80s one. An espresso martini. That's a late night Linzi drink. That's not this.
It's not a Sunday night drink.
It's not a Sunday school night drink.
But to say you're saying that the blue drink didn't do anything for you, I can't help but notice that yours is nearly all gone.
Yeah, but I do have I do drink.
Mine's I do drink.
I was going to say I have a problem, but I mean I do drink.
John Always said we did a Eurovision themed throwback cruise on Royal Cabin. And it was a lot of fun. I think themed cruises can be great. Yours sounds a lot of fun.
We're hoping so. Oh, that sounds... I'd like the Eurovision one, though.
Yeah, I know that they did... we
Didn't
talked
they have
about
Jedward on one of them? And it wasn't that Eurovision-y?
Yeah, I think so. Didn't they do like a 2-nighter one?
I think... Is that the same one? Is that the same one, John? Is that the same one?
We've looked at the Eurovision cruises on Royal before and thought they look like a lot of fun.
They do look like a lot of fun. I love a bit of Eurovision.
Maria said, I think you should wear your 80s outfit on the group cruise.
Oh, Maria.
I think there's a good chance of that.
Maybe.
Well, it also depends which group cruise one about there.
I think she's talking about the one next year because we've got the 80s thing.
There is a... What is it one, isn't there?
What's that?
The workout.
Yeah.
So you definitely could go for that. Yeah. John says, yes, that's the one.
That's the one. That's the one.
And the cruise boys were on it with us. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to do Eurovision one. Which other... Because obviously we've done a whole cruise cast about this, but which other themed cruise would be sort of top of your... It's
the Smallville cruise, and they're putting it on Beyond. Can you believe it's Beyond?
Next time it'll be like crazy expensive.
It's very crazy expensive. I'd not asked for a quote. And I haven't been invited. Out of all the cruise lines I could get invited on, that should be the one. Because I know people.
But not only that, when we were talking about it before, people had sort of really clocked on that were going on. You were saying how fantastic it'd be amazing.
It's done really well.
Yeah.
Now they're going on Celebrity Beyond.
Yeah, they've left you behind now. They don't need you talking about it anymore.
Very disappointed.
But I think it was
very disappointed.
Wasn't it quite expensive when we looked at it?
It was very expensive before.
Who did they do this one?
I want to say it was an Oasis class ship.
Right. But they didn't take over the whole ship.
But they had...
It's not like the Comic-Con...
No, or Star Trek one. No, it wasn't like that. But I'm very disappointed I wasn't invited. I think apparently they've sold 2/3 of it already. So they don't need... It's not like I would be going as a friend. Just as a friend.
Okay.
Friend of...
Lex Luthor.
Friend of Lex Luthor, if I went.
John says, Jedward with the final show on the cruise. It was interesting to say the least.
I bet it was.
And Maria has just qualified. No, she means the one in September.
Oh, that one? No.
I'm not sure it really fits for...
I haven't got anything new for that one yet. I need to get something sorted.
We've got time yet.
All the sales have started though already. I'm really surprised. Like a lot of sales, like clothes sales have started. And it used to be end of July, not the start of July.
It did, but there just seems to be like constant...
No,
clothes sales on
not
nowadays.
60% off. Not 60% off.
Be a lot more than they used to be.
There's a lot of sales on.
Tom and Don said, "Did we miss if you have any special guest performers on board?"
You did miss that. It was. They've got some
Queen,
not the actual Queen, not actual Queen. They've got tribute acts, so they've got a Queen tribute act, a status quo one, but the guy who leads it is he Rick Parfitt?
Rick Parfitt Jr.
Yeah. There's a Phil Collins one, a David Bowie one. I'm going to be in my absolute element, I've got to admit. I'm going to love it.
Well, just think what you were like when we saw the
George Michael
one.
Yeah, but I was going to marry George Michael.
Well,
that's a different.
Not the same.
I knew every song word for word.
Well, you're going to know these ones, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to know these ones. But he was impressed that
He was happy that you were singing along. And
he was happy. I was so going to marry George Michael.
Yeah, I don't think that was going to work out.
Story of my life.
You got me. Of the tributes that are on there,
yes.
Which ones are you most excited for?
I'm going to sound like a real weirdo now for a change. Even though I blossomed to David Bowie, I'm going to say Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. He's the one that's on there. Is supposed to be absolutely fantastic.
I'm loving. Calm down.
You're doing what?
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what it's called.
I don't know.
Phil told us the other day on the Zoom call, didn't he? I can't remember. I forgot again. I
can't remember.
I have to say the one I'm most looking forward to is the Bowie one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I think they're all going to be fantastic. See, there's just stuff going on around the ship all the time, apparently.
The 80s music quiz, I can't wait for that.
Oh, but you see, I might contribute one out of
But
20,
there is a reason I am good at it, though.
There is. Brought up in a pub in the 80s with lots of music going on.
Yeah.
So you do sort of know everything 80s. But we're on a cruise where everyone else who's on there is 80s. Really interested in the 80s one. That's why they're going on there. So I would expect the knowledge level for the 80s quizzes to be higher.
You've put pressure on me now. It's going to be like Mastermind.
It is. It's going to be the best of the 80s sort of quiz people.
Oh, I'm worried.
If you remember, we went, I can't remember which shift we were on.
It was Apex when they had the sci-fi one, and that boy knew everything about sci-fi, and we were like...
No, because he got the 80s one. And they were at 30, and we got 29.
Oh, no, that was Apex again.
Apex, and they got 30, but they were like this ridiculously obscure American group that they weren't even released in the UK.
Want a hit in the UK.
So we had no chance whatsoever.
But hopefully they'll keep it pretty British. What is it?
No. Tom Cruise Tube has just joined us.
Hi, Tom Cruise Tube.
We very much enjoyed your video.
Hot chocolate. He's suggesting we put you to sleep. Is that what you're saying?
No, you're just saying that people from the generic north like hot chocolate.
I don't think he said that. He said we were like hot chocolate. He's done his top 10/11
with a gratuity.
With a gratuity.
Cruise vloggers. And it's actually it's really
fun.
Video.
It's really fun.
If you've not seen it, go check it out. It's a great one.
We're apparently hot chocolate, which suggests to me...
Not the group. Just
not the group.
Given we were talking 80s.
I wondered what you were doing to me then.
It was hot chocolate 70s.
I think
70s and 80s.
Yeah, we had...
Earl Brown.
Sexy Thing, yeah.
See, I got a question right for this quiz then.
I'm just going to have to think of the other one. Oh, it's about kissing. I'll think of it.
Okay. But it says, I'm late.
Oh, God, yeah.
Which ship?
It's Ambassador Ambition. New cruise line for us.
Yep.
So been a while since we've done anything new. So.
Okay. I'm
not saying a word.
Yeah, and it's an 80s themed cruise, which is why we're dressed up.
My God, I hope people...
And he did say, not the band. And then, damn it, too slow. So Gil and Sandra had said, sounds like there's going to be some good music.
Fingers and toes.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I mean, even if it's terrible, it'll be hilarious.
I can't imagine it will be.
I don't think it will.
As you said, that they've
scoured the internet.
They've scoured the internet. They probably, I would imagine their entertainment team went into more research than just scouring the internet for lookalike / tribute bands. I would imagine that.
No, it's going. I'm sure it's going to be fabulous.
I think it will be. We've not really done. You might correct me if I'm wrong because I can't actually remember if we did.
That?
We've not really done a festival type cruise.
No.
I think you can class Virgin's ones as often like that because they have so much live music on.
Yes.
Whereas this one,
yeah, we'll see. Sort
of will be.
We'll see.
So coming back to sort of the question I was asking you earlier, as apart from just Smallville and you pitching for getting a free cruise with Lex Luthor,
I'd never pitched to get a free cruise. It's just I've got a friend. You'd think they'd invite me, as I was the one that obviously got them into going on a cruise. Not Will Shatner at all. Me.
Well, I think Will Shatner might have been something to do with it as well.
He might have had some sway, but I feel it was me that...
Is it all about you?
It's all about me. It's all about you, baby.
So just come back to the themed cruises.
Yes.
If not Smallville, what other themed cruise would you be?
I'd want to go on the Ancient Aliens cruise. Again, I'm not getting invited on that.
See, I think that'd be a fascinating one from like going and seeing one or two lectures, and I think I'd then be like,
that coast to Peru, and I'd like it.
Yeah, I think that one for me.
Again, I'm a massive nerd, so
you are, and you like that stuff, and I think it'd be something that you'd really enjoy. Mm-hmm. I think for me, I'd.
Oh, sorry.
That's on camera now. That's domestic abuse.
No, that is. Sorry. Sorry. That blue stuff's hitting.
It's hitting hard now. Yeah, I don't think that one would be as much for me. I think the Comic-Con one, I'd be really interested to do. Mm-hmm. Was it Tony that did that?
Yes.
La Vida Loca.
Yeah.
This year. We watched that. And that's one that I'd be interested to do. But then when I watched it, I was like, it seems quite commercial. There were a lot of people queuing up to just buy merchandise.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Which, that's where you get
what happens Comic-Con? You have to pay your ticket, you have to pay for your autograph, you have to pay for your photo. Yeah. They are very commercial.
Yeah. But I think that one, I would just expecting there to be sort of more panels and stuff like that.
I guess.
I'm not saying there weren't, it just didn't really show in it.
No,
but again, that might have just been that you're not allowed to film in there. So
I feel that we should have had a little ticky tape going around the bottom saying we are going on an 80s cruise, because I feel I need to keep giving it context.
As to why you dressed
Imagine if you're watching Gary right now and you're like, oh, I'll just see what's going on with Suitenatured, and you cut to me. I bet Gary's not wearing the same outfit.
You don't think he's wearing an 80s outfit today?
No.
He might be.
I don't think he is.
He wasn't wearing the gold Speedos last month. We did check back afterwards.
Do we have more blue?
Pass that in. This is incredibly risky doing this above a carpet.
I've got cream carpets, thank you.
And amazingly, I didn't spill any of that.
Well done. It's not like you've done it before.
Maria said, what about a Dr. Odyssey?
Oh, they've cancelled it. It's not coming back.
Yeah.
I'd have liked it, though.
That'd have been a good themed cruise.
Would.
I mean, I could imagine them being on a cruise in the future. You know, like a Comic-Con type cruise.
Yeah, maybe.
And you get the cast
yeah.
from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been cancelled apparently, Maria. Otherwise, we would have been doing it.
I am so warm in this outfit.
Apparently, Tom says Gary's wearing a yellow bow.
Oh,
okay. Now, I don't know if Tom's being serious on that or not, but we will check straight afterwards.
I think he is wearing one.
Do you think he is?
Yeah.
Gil and Sandra said, do you think you'll get a lot of static shocks with all that nylon?
Honestly, Gil and Sandra, I am seriously thinking about going under the desk, removing certain items, and then popping back up without the items, just so I can...
But you're not going to get static shock from doing that.
I might. I'm going to be near the carpet and the electrics.
You are right next to the plug socket, so maybe don't
What
do
a way
that.
to go.
You just fry the live stream and yourself in one go.
It's what I would have wanted. Can I attempt that?
What are you going to attempt to do?
To try and de-nylon myself. Honestly, Mark, I can't begin to describe what's going on with myself. I've got I've got the shining island. Like, look, this is what I'm having to deal with. Plus all this. Can I go do
well,
it?
you could just, this bit here, you could slide off from where
Just
you
let
are.
me. I'm not doing it on screen. What kind
People are not
of
going to
channel
see.
No, I was saying, now go under the desk and I'll do it. And then I'll pop back up. Just
Okay.
give me 2 minutes.
Well, it shouldn't take you 2 minutes.
Give me a few seconds.
Let's see how fast you can do this. You see, this looks far worse now from the camera.
Why?
Of you just dropping down under the desk.
You can wish.
Tom and Dom have said, is there anything in particular from Ambassador that you're looking forward to? So I will start to answer that, given that I so wish you could all see have the view that I've got right now. that would definitely get us banned on YouTube. So just for context, Lindsay's now like a turtle that's flicked on her back under the desk trying to get the stuff off. Hang on. There you go.
Right, not so.
Do you want to hand back up?
No, I can do it.
Okay. So I will try and answer the questions for Tom and Dom while Lindsay hits her head, and I'll just wait until you get out. It's just chaos.
Don't look at me.
No one's looking at you, Lindsay.
Don't look. You're looking at me.
I'm not looking at you.
Just keep talking.
I am talking.
There's nothing to see here.
People may be finding it quite funny. You see, now for context of anyone joining us, it's even worse. You just come up from under desk looking like that. Right, I'm going to try and get us back on track. So back to Tom and Dom's question: is there anything in particular from Ambassador that you're looking forward to?
Yes.
What is it you're looking forward to?
The speciality dining. Yeah,
it looks good.
The hydrotherapy pool on the top deck.
Looks
that
great.
looks incredible. And it's like forecast like 29, 30 degrees when we're at that bottom end. So that'll be fabulous.
This will definitely be, well, based on the weather forecast today, it will definitely be the hottest embarkation that we've had from the UK. It'll go past our Enchanted Princess by 1 or 2 degrees.
Yeah.
And for all the time that we're out there, I don't think, apart from when we get into Newcastle on the day that we get back, it drops below 30 degrees.
Amazing. We wouldn't have that in the Caribbean.
No.
Well, maybe we would, but it's like going to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Out of Bristol.
No, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Yeah. So, looking forward to really getting to make use of that pool day.
Oh, yes, it looks fabulous.
Because generally speaking, you do a UK-based cruise and you don't expect to better use the pool deck that much.
Not like that, no.
Having said that, everyone else will now be looking forward to using the pool deck as well.
Well, but we've been to the Channel Islands, so we'll stay on that day, I feel. And it's a tender as well, so we'll stay on.
Yeah, I would imagine we probably will and get sort of the most out of the ship that day. And enjoy the
do your tour. I'll just.
Well, it depends what's on that day.
You doing your tour?
Yeah. We booked some excursions, haven't we?
We've put. Well, it's a kind of weird scenario. You have to sort of pre-register.
It's so you don't book excursions like you do on other cruise lines. You pre-register to say that's the one we want to do.
Yeah.
And then when you get on the ship, then they take the money from you.
And then the tour,
which I actually quite like that.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. But the tour we're doing is like an Amsterdam tour, but quite a I want to say a saucy tour. It's historical, and there's certain places we go that we can't talk about on the internet, but it's going to be really interesting.
Looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. We'll report back, of course.
Yeah. Joe says, hey, so sorry for being late. I fell asleep. I've had broken sleep since getting off Virtuosa yesterday.
That's because we're hot chocolate, Joe.
But he's still got his mojito.
That's good. You keep hydrated.
And got to Virtuosa last Saturday. We had 28 degrees in Southampton. I think everyone bordering around this time is getting lucky weather.
Really, yeah, because you can really hit and miss.
Yeah, I think certainly it's a little bit cooler here today, albeit it feels warm in here right now. 'cause I think it's about 21, 22
Yeah,
today
but it's
up here.
very muggy.
But
Very
yeah,
muggy.
it feels really close.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah, yeah.
But then it just gets hotter and hotter again all week, which fantastic for doing a British Isles cruise.
Yeah, definitely.
Why fly aboard
when you can get that?
when you can get sort of that? Which so excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was excited before we knew about the weather. The weather bit is now the other bonus. Anything else that you're looking forward to in particular about Ambassador?
The specialty dining, definitely.
Apparently the chef's table's meant to be amazing.
Yeah, the chef table.
But it's limited as to how many people
We'll
can
see.
get on that.
Fingers crossed we'll get on. I'm you know me, I like food and I like drink, and we've got the expedition drinks package, which I think should cover us for pretty much everything. So
so we'll be doing a review of the drinks package as well as everything else.
Yeah, and
it
apparently the breakfast is interesting, but we'll see. It could be they could have sorted it now.
Yeah.
And there's a pavlova parade, and I like that.
Tom and Dom saying, guessing a certain type of tour.
Yep,
there is
with a house
and stuff
and a pole.
We may not film that much in there.
No,
but we will definitely be talking about it, and definitely talk about it on the sort of members nightcap ones, where we can talk a little bit more. So yeah, and I'm the same as you. I'm looking forward to, am I right in thinking that the spa on Ambassador's included?
It is included. But it's the hydrotherapy pool on the top. Just a thought of being pummeled on the top deck. I really like the idea of that.
You like the idea of being pummeled on the top deck? Okay. Is that before Amsterdam? Yeah. I can't think of another cruise ship that's got a hydrotherapy pool on the top deck.
No, I can't either. This is what I'm looking forward to. In 30 degrees. It's going to be lovely.
I can think of ones where they've got jets in pools in like solarium type areas.
Yeah. No, this looks great.
I can't think in that.
No, watch, we'll get there. It'll be out of order.
Oh, I hope not.
I'll be mortified.
Well, I just can't believe it'll be out of order when it's going to be that warm.
Don't do that to me, please. Please don't do that to me.
It won't. It'll be fine. It'll all be good. Anything else about Ambassador that you want to talk about?
We were going to talk about this little thing that we discovered, didn't we, last night? The activity we were doing, but
we'll talk about that on the
next one.
Yeah, because I've not got anything ready to talk about.
Demonstrate.
No. Oh, I've got something that I do need to mention.
What's that?
I remember.
What's that?
So we did the draw last month.
We did
for all of our lovely Windstar prizes.
Yes,
and if you are watching on catch up later, Simon Jones, who's also got the handle The Wild Night, if you can please drop us a message, drop us an email, messages in the group chat, because we haven't got your details yet to better post everything, so it's still sat on here. If by the time we come back off of Ambassador and on our next live stream, Simon hasn't been in touch, then we'll redraw it.
Sounds like,
because we've got everyone's names still from the last time. We'll redraw it. But if you get in touch, we would hate for you to miss that. The
Wild Night.
Spelt with a K.
Oh.
The Wild Night.
Okay. He obviously likes chess.
Just saying, with the new MSC Magnifica spa being refurbished, they're getting a yacht club only area inside the spa with a hydrotherapy pool and new additions.
Oh, nice. It'll still be very shallow, but it'll be nice though.
But it's interesting that they're putting a yacht club only area.
Yeah, but you remember we could just tip up with that.
Yeah, but they didn't have a yacht club only area.
No, it didn't. No, but they weren't very deep. If you remember,
no, they were the little jet pools.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, you sat in them, and even
when I lowered myself in, I was prepared for like.
No, they were about 1.5 foot deep.
Yeah, they weren't very deep.
They were very shallow.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be really interesting, Joe, to see what they're doing with that.
Yeah.
Refix. That also suggests if they're doing it on there, it's something that they're considering for other ones going forward. Magnifica is size below Virtuoso, isn't she?
Oh, I think she's similar size.
Is she?
Mm.
Because if she is, then there'll be.
I think she was.
You
the
would
first.
imagine.
Yeah.
Is Virtuoso overdue a refit at this point?
Maybe.
She's been out for a while now, hasn't she?
Oh, it's bouncing down
so
again.
It'll be interesting to see what we've done there. Joe's just made a point is I think they're trying to make it like NCL's Haven. As
nice.
the Haven gets sauna and ice room and similar pool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's on the yacht club one. If you've seen our video, you'll have seen the bit where you got attacked by the whirlpool on the top.
Mm-hmm.
It has got its own little pool.
Yeah.
And whirlpool up on the top deck.
Yes.
And I could see how you could easily
put something in there. Yeah.
Like a little sauna and a nice room in that area. Plenty of room up there to better do that.
Definitely.
So I think if they're doing that, that makes more sense to me than cutting off part of the spa that people are already paying to go into.
Yes.
I think if I paid to go into there as.
But we got it given as part of Yacht Club, though, didn't we? We didn't.
No, yeah, but I want about for other people on the ship who are not. If I'd paid to go in the spa on MSC, and then I found there were part of the spa that I couldn't get into, even though I'd paid, I'd maybe be a bit cheesed off with that.
Yeah, maybe.
Whereas if they make it part of the actual grill deck,
that'd be better.
That's not an issue at all.
No, I understand.
Joe has he's all up with his Virtuoso information.
He is,
it's
isn't
almost
he?
like he just got off the ship yesterday. He's been reading done the shares. It's 5 years since a release. My friend Josh and Alfie mentioned an addition of seats round Rob the Robot.
Okay. It's prices Rob the Robot.
I wasn't blown away by that. To be fair, I don't think I've ever been blown away by any of the robot bartenders.
No.
I much prefer
a human
bartender who makes a drink. And the drinks are never
normally
that amazing, are they?
No, I mean in the plastic cup, and they're not.
Yeah, they don't feel like they're out of a dispenser because you can see them making it and doing the shots. They're made in the same way as a human would, but they just never feel as authentic.
No,
and not made with the same.
It's a one and done. I feel it's a one and done.
I don't think it was cheap. Like $18 or something.
I think it was
because it wasn't included in the drinks package.
Yeah.
Which even if it had been included in the drinks package, I still wouldn't have used it. I can't remember on Royal Caribbean, their robot bartenders, are they included in the drinks package?
Yes, they were. Whether they are now, I'm not sure, but they were.
We'll find out. Have they got a robot bartender on Independence?
I'm not sure.
I don't think they have done that. I think it was Quantum.
Yeah, we'll see.
Class.
We'll see.
But yeah, it'll be really interesting. I'm really excited to see what the drinks package is like on Ambassador.
Yes.
It looks good.
And also looking at the menus, they're quite comprehensive about what's included and what's not, which is great. I love that because the amount of times I've ordered a drink and I've gone, actually, it's not included. And I've gone,
Yeah, I think, well, we've talked about it on sort of P&O and others. I think Princess do it incredibly well because they mark certain sections on the menus as these are the cocktails and this is for Princess Plus, and then if you got Princess Premier, you got all these as well.
Yeah, we like that as well.
I think that's good. And looking at the menus that we've seen on Ambassador before we've got
very similar.
On the assumption they're still like that, they might have changed.
They could have done, yeah.
But they have sort of included in this package, included in this, and included in this. The Expedition ones, they're equivalent of Premier Plus on there. So hopefully it'll be good to see that. John Always says, no robot bartender on Independence, only Quantum and newer ships in the fleet.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of thought when I said it. But that didn't mean that since it had its facelift, and they wouldn't have done.
No.
How's your hair doing? And are you feeling less warm now?
I'm feeling less warm. I will need to put some conditioner on it when I have my Sunday bath.
It's the joy of the 80s. We're going to have 6 nights of 80s
Oh, my hair.
now.
I'm going to get off wow. I don't think I can do that every night. That's going to frazzle me.
No, it'll be It'll be very interesting, I'm sure.
And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Oh no, I definitely mean it's going to be fun. I would mean more towards the hairspray and the makeup and the amount of nylon that'll be on the ship.
I mean, I don't look as flush as on screen as I do in real life, do I? I've got like, I've gone a bit
in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're more
pink.
flushy. Yeah, it sort of pulls you down a little bit on camera, doesn't it? So you're not quite as bright.
Yeah.
Anyone who's joined later on won't have a clue what that is.
No.
I'll just move that because that looks quite weird. Anything else that we want to cover? We're coming sort of up towards back end. We've got like 5 minutes left. If anyone has got any sort of
last minute questions,
any last questions about Ambassador or anything else, obviously, do let us know. But anything else that you want to sort of throw out there at this point?
No.
What's the thoughts on the Blue Lagoon after 1.5 of them?
The passable. It's just not. It's not a drink I would drink now.
No,
it's not a drink.
But given it was given to you, okay with that?
Yeah.
Maria has asked, "Have you got your electric blue mascara, Lindsay?"
No, but I have been looking.
You don't generally wear that sort of coloured mascaras, do
Nobody has, darling, for years, sweetheart.
No, I don't just mean electric blue. I meant you don't wear bright coloured mascaras.
No, because first of all, I'm the delicate flower and I need sensitive eye mascara, and they can then be limited in the colours. But so the blue one will be pricey. But I digress.
Are you looking at one?
I have looked at one, but it's really pricey for like 6 nights because I'm not going to wear it any other time.
Maybe you could wear it on the September group cruise.
Maybe. I feel I've got. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wash my face and put some conditioner. I'd like take all this cleanse my face after this.
People will be watching and going, "You've got makeup on."
Yes, got all the makeup on. I just can't. Yeah. I don't know what to say to you right now. I know I'm peckish now. That's good.
You're quite peckish.
Yeah. What's everybody eating? I'm happy.
Are you curious as to what people are eating?
Yeah. Because I like
well,
food.
Right now, they might not be eating. I mean, they might be sat there eating while they're watching.
What have you had?
We often sit and have sort of nibbles while we're watching.
Yeah, we do.
People's live streams. And we probably will be tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's on a live stream tonight. Anyone in the chat who's
got
a live stream? Tom Dom, are you doing a live stream tonight? Normally we go, we're going to watch this evening, but I don't think we've actually said that. We were going to go see Jurassic Park this weekend, and we didn't get round to that.
We had a very quiet weekend.
We have, but we know we've got a really busy one.
Yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason. Yeah.
And you've started doing some of your ironing.
Yes, but I'm going to start to iron straight into. This is fascinating stuff. I'm really sorry.
Ironing straight into the case.
Into the case, which is my favourite type of ironing.
It's the best type of ironing. I don't mind doing any prep where it's like we're just about to go on a cruise. Yeah. It's where it's just like a normal day, but it's like,
Yeah.
Tom and Dom apparently are having pizza tonight.
Love pizza. Love pizza. Oh.
Would you rather have pizza or chips?
Give me the scenario.
So, in 5 minutes' time, if it could be sat there at the side of it.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah. Chips are personal.
I don't think we've got any pizza in the freezer. Or...
No, and we'd have to order one then.
We would, and then by the time it comes, it takes that long. They've said no live tonight, still having internet problems.
No.
Hopefully you get it fixed soon, guys. So we'll figure something out. Try the Formula One instead of Jurassic Park. We're definitely going to watch the F1 after this.
It's finished now. We don't know who's won.
No, but we've got to avoid spoilers.
I just want to know.
Was it a good race? That's the most important thing.
Well, it was raining, so they had to push it back.
Yeah, but was it good?
Well, people have been watching it till the end, so I'm going to say yes.
Yeah. So we will decide ourselves very, very shortly. Well, I think that about brings us up to the hour.
Wow. Well,
flew by. So next weekend, we will have our first ambassador video up. Fingers crossed. So we get on there at 1 o'clock, so we should have the video up. We'll be doing our suite tour. So if you keep an eye out for that at 5 o'clock next Sunday, and if you want to sort of see what's going on with it, either be part of the Facebook group, because we'll put stuff in there, but really sort of make sure you're following along on Instagram, because that's where we'll be putting the stuff up in stories and on posts on there, and you can see some pictures and video of the Live Aid stuff. They have now called it Live Aid things, haven't they? Because it was called Wine Aid at first, which is why I keep going back to say it, but it's the Live Aid concept. Tom had said he meant the film, not the sport. It's supposed to be great, though.
Yeah, it's doing really well as well. It's like, I think it's Apple that have released it, and it's doing like the best numbers they've ever had.
Yeah.
And when we first came out, we're like 60-year-old guy in an F1 car, but then we saw the trailer.
Then the context to it, it looks brilliant.
Yeah.
We do fancy that. Gil and Sandra having apple and plum crumble with ice cream.
Nice.
That sounds fantastic. Right?
Oh, yes.
So with that, we will sort of finish off today.
I need to get
You've
all
got
this.
just enough blue to say cheers.
Well, cheers, darling. Thank you. Cheers. Have a lovely